to be a survivor. Everyday struggle is rough, so I'm a rider. Seen it all, done it all, time I fly by ya. Real words of wisdom, vividly spitting fire.
Like, what's going on in the drawing board, you know, behind the scenes right now that you could kind of let loose, you know, about a little bit?
We got two big ones in my mind right now. So obviously, you know, we're continuing on Fast and Furious 6. We're going to keep that game going.
Okay.
However, we've already kind of announced that we're going to be doing another Fast and Furious game with Universal coming up with the release of the next movie next March and April. So
hell yeah! I told you. I told you that'll work.
Like, yeah, because obviously that game's still in production, but I think probably soon we'll be showing off some of that.
Okay.
And then the next big one, obviously, back at San Diego Comic-Con, we just announced that we're going to be doing a Marvel fighting game for mobile, which is going to be pretty sweet, and that's going to be coming out this winter.
Oh my, yo, you serious? A Marvel fighting game? All right, real quick, who is your favorite Marvel character?
Yo, easily the Punisher.
The Punisher? You serious?
Punisher, man.
The Punisher?
He's like an anti-hero, man. He's great.
Son. Wolverine, son. That's it. That's all you need in your life.
It's pretty sweet.
You know what I'm saying? But you're like the first person I ever heard that said Punisher was their favorite. So considering he's your favorite, and you guys is working on a Marvel game, can I assume that he'll be in it?
I don't know if I can say that.
Oh, see? Come on, AV, let him say it.
You know,
AV, let him say it.
There's a lot of guys on the team, including myself, who are, you know, big fans of Marvel. So obviously we want to deliver on that experience. Like, you know, whether you're a person who's been reading Marvel for years or you just got into it, we're pretty much going to have a pretty wide roster of characters that's going to meet everybody's expectation. And then, you know, being that we're on mobile, the one thing we're going to do is we're going to keep that content rolling down the road. So you're going to see more and more characters coming out.
Okay, well, is this just a pure fighting game, or is it something that has a story to it?
It's got a story to it and everything. You know, we're still kind of in production. We can't talk too much about it, but, you know, we're delivering on the full experience. It's not just going to be fighting, but there's going to be a lot of other things users can do when they're spending their time in the game.
Okay, well, do you have plans to allow users to use a controller, like maybe Bluetooth, maybe, or something like that? Or do they have to, like, swipe on the screen and stuff? Because I always had one of the things with me in mobile games, like, I can't play a mobile Street Fighter game because I don't feel the buttons. I don't feel it. I don't like the experience. But with Fast and Furious, a game like that, because of the swipes and the stuff, the way you guys designed it, it's fun to play because it fits in line with the touchscreen thing. So that's what I was saying. If you got a fighting game, but it's just touching a screen that you don't feel the buttons on, me personally, like, it doesn't really work for me. So that's why I was asking, because I know you do have controllers and certain third-party things out there that allow, you know, gamers to use a controller even on, you know, small mobile screens or whatever. So is that a part of your development thought process that you guys are considering?
I think that's definitely in our minds. I'm not sure what our current schedule is for, like, doing controller support, but the one thing I do have to say about, you know, definitely like fighting games on tablet, it's like, you know, it's like talking about like first-person shooters on mobile devices, right? Like, the feel is, you know, some people are kind of hesitant about it, but the one thing I can definitely say for sure, because I've played hours of this game already, is that our development team and our design team did a lot of work on, you know, making a fighting game that uses that touch input and make it feel tactile, make it feel responsive, and make it feel like you have full control of your character. Like, it's hard to describe over the phone, but, like, you know, once you get a build in your hands and you actually try it out for yourself, you know, you'll kind of be surprised about, you know, how responsive the game feels. Like, you know, I definitely understand that. I used to play a lot of fighting games, stuff like that, so I can guarantee you that when you pick this up and you play, whether on your iPhone, your Android device, or on a tablet, and you're using a touch screen, you know, it's going to feel different. It's going to feel pretty good for a fighting game.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Heavy. I'm very looking forward to that. That's going to be crazy. I hope so. Now, check this out. Samsung Gear, the VR, they just announced that's powered by Oculus, which I was like, oh, shit. Like that kind of, like, took me by surprise big time, but I think it's a good move. But one of the things that's interesting to me is how they're trying to bring virtual reality. Well, actually, they are bringing virtual reality to mobile. What are your thoughts on that? And do you have plans on experimenting with virtual reality within your mobile games?
That'd be so cool.
Hell yeah, it'd be cool. That's what I'm asking.
Right now it's like not really like on on our schedule and stuff like that. But it's definitely a cool technology to have, like the ability to, take your device anywhere with you, and if you have like your Oculus in your backpack, and just toss it on and play like a VR game on the go would be awesome.
That'd be crazy. Like, so from a development standpoint and your expertise, if this Marvel game that you're working on, if you guys had added VR to it, like, what was your vision? Just real quick off the top of your head, freestyle it or whatever. But like, what would be your vision if you could just put on an Oculus, play your own Marvel game mobile? Like, what could you see? Like, how can you like paint that picture for the people that's gonna be listening in?
That's tough, man, because like it's there's still a lot of constraints on the technology and stuff like that, and it's also about whether is it the game that we have now, or is it like are we adapting it for VR? Because obviously that comes with a lot of caveats, right? Like usually in VR you're always playing from like a first person, like you are in that world. Yeah. For most fighting games, that doesn't necessarily come across super well. Like like trying to do a fight where you're in the first person throwing punches and kicks. It definitely would be a cool aspect, but it would have to be like you'd almost have to redo the game as a whole just to get that feel down. Because right now we have that that side scrolling, like that classic like fighting game edge, and trying to adapt VR to that would be pretty tough.
I see what you're saying.
You really have to like rebuild a game from the ground up to get that experience.
I see exactly what you're saying. That makes sense. Okay, so now let me ask you this: what's the development process overall for mobile games in comparison to your console titles? Like when you guys are, you guys are on a sketchboard, and you guys figuring out what you want to do, what you want it to be, and then you get the building process going on, leading to beta and alpha and all this other stuff. Like, what is the process like in comparison to a mobile game as opposed to a console?
I find, like, at least in my experience, it's a lot faster. Like, in terms of, like, the production timeline from getting a game from concept to alpha to beta to launch is a lot faster than you see in the console market. And another big part for a lot of mobile developers is that, by the time we hit beta, we actually release it to a region somewhere in the world to get early testing on it. So, we're not only testing for how the game feels, but we're looking for data. We're making sure we're collecting the correct data. We're polishing the game up, and we're addressing any bugs before we go to worldwide launch. And then the other big thing, looking at like mobile games, is like when we go worldwide launch, like that's not the end for us. Like when you look at most console games, they go through a year or two or three of production. They hit worldwide launch, and then usually after that, the game's out, their hands off. Mobile is completely different in the sense that like once you hit worldwide launch, that's just the start for us. Like that's just the starting gate almost for us. We're just getting up to that point, because then after that, especially for like all the Kabam games, is a lot of what we do comes after launch. So we set up that infrastructure, and then after that, it's all about live events, adding new content to keep users engaged over the long term, to keep them playing. So for us, it's all about the long term.
That's strong. That's why you guys are so successful, man. It's like you got a lot of things very well thought out. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like everybody within the company is on the same page. So when you have a machine as strong as that, you know what I'm saying, it's really hard to go wrong. So congratulations to you guys for putting all of this together. It's amazing, man. Now, the next question is this. Like, what has the reception been like from the fans that played Fast and Furious 6? And considering you guys announced the new Fast and the Furious, what did you learn from the feedback, and how you plan to make this game better?
A lot of the feedback, we got a lot of good feedback and a lot of critical feedback as well. Like, obviously, we're as passionate about the game as our users, so we like to hear that feedback. We try and incorporate it as much as possible. A lot of the big feedback we got from Fast and Furious 6 is, users obviously want more control over the rides. They want to see more cars in the game. Looking forward to the next game. The big thing is, we're trying to break out an even larger car roster. We want to give you even more control over, how you're upgrading your car or how it handles in the game and stuff like that. And, we can't get too deep into it, obviously, because we haven't shown it off too much, but, the variety of gameplay you'll probably see in the next Fast and Furious game is going to be a lot more expanded than what we have in Fast 6. So we want to give users more to do in game and a lot more variety of what they're doing.
Oh, okay. Now, Comic-Con is coming up, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to be there, but I wanted to ask, are you guys coming to Comic-Con out here in New York?
Comic-Con?
Yeah, out here in New York, October 9th to the 12th. Are you guys coming?
I don't know, actually. I don't know if I can say.
Damn, man!
I'm trying to say what I'm not allowed to say.
Oh man! I hope you guys can come, man. Like for real, I haven't seen you in a minute. Like it'd be nice, to see y'all and like talk in person and maybe you could bring something to New York. That,
Maybe I'll bring something. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like bring a little demo kit, something like that. Everybody don't got to see, but I feel a little special. So
I may not be there.
Unfortunately,
I may not be there because we're gonna be like on our way to worldwide launch. But we might have some people there, a few surprises for you.
All right, cool. I respect that. I respect that answer. I appreciate that. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Now, for my last question, this is I purposely wanted to make this a tough question because things went crazy the first time we tried to do an interview and all the audio got messed up. So I was like, I'm a hit Luke with this question, and I can't wait to see his response. All right, if you can only choose one system to play games on for the rest of your life, all right, listen, for the rest of your entire life, if you could only choose one system for the rest of your life, Luke, one system, which one would it be?
You're killing me, man.
That was the point. That was the point.
That's gonna be so tough to choose. This is tough because I work in mobile, but I'd have to say PC games.
PC? Wow. Okay.
I don't know. It's just I love the experience. And I recently got back into PC gaming like 2-3 years ago, and since I got that rig up and running, majority of my game time has been on PC.
Oh wow!
I have an Xbox One. I'm a big fan of that. I play on mobile almost every single day. But when it comes to hardcore gaming, and if I had to play one system for the rest of my life, it'd have to be my PC.
Yo, you real with it, Luke. Much love to you, Amy. Much love to you too, sweetie. All right, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Like my boy Luke, he works hard, man. You know what I'm saying? He got 2 new games coming out, so I can't wait to see him. Can't wait for him to show them to the public. Hopefully he appears, at Comic-Con in New York. This would be great. Hopefully we can make an appearance. But other than that, man, I just want to say thank you so much. Is there anything you want to say to the fans and any shout outs you want to make or, any, website drops, anything that you want to make?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Obviously, much love goes out to all of our fans. We wouldn't be able to be making these games if, users weren't coming in and playing it and getting passionate about it. So big shout out to all the fan base who plays all our Fast and Furious games. Big shout out goes to Kabam Worldwide. Love working for this company, but a special big shout out goes to the Vancouver studio up here where I'm working. Love it here. Yo,
thank you guys so much, man. So look, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you very much, and everybody, this has been an incredible interview. There's a lot of jewels dropped. Make sure you pay attention and spread the word. One love and God bless your boy HipHopGamer. Kabam, we out, baby. Peace.